Well, I mean, let's just take a look at this right here. They say those in power don't like giving up the power. California Governor Gavin Newsom reneges on surrendering emergency powers. Shocker, I know everybody's like, oh my goodness, I can't believe he didn't do it. Or at least anybody with a brain. No, let's just see here. During a vaccine lottery event Friday, Democratic California Governor Gavin Newsom reneged on his promise to lift the state's emergency declaration after June 15th, allowing him to retain the powers to mandate sweeping COVID restrictions. Gasp. You mean to tell me that a Democrat is not going to relinquish power he was given for this pandemic, despite the fact that everything seems to be easing up? He goes on here, he tries to justify himself here. The one thing I am certain of, there is uncertainty in the future, said Newsom. The emergency remains in effect after June 15th. When asked for his justification for the backtracking on his pledge to Californians, the governor responded, because we're still in a state of emergency. This disease is still in effect. It's not taking the summer off. Yeah, it's a disease. It's a virus. It's going to be there for a long time. And as long as we're using that justification that it's still around, he's going to keep the power. He implied that he may need to use emergency powers again. Some modifications may need to be in order on the basis of changing conditions. Reporters also questioned Newsom about the California Occupational Safety and Health Administration, CalOSHA, board's decision that seemed to approve recommending masks for everyone in a workplace if some employees are still unvaccinated. Such a policy would keep the mask mandate past Newsom's stated expiration date for the requirements. The board has arranged a subcommittee to examine the issue further. We don't have enough committees. We got to make more committees. The dust is settling. No, it's not. You just added another layer of committees to do all this type of stuff. They've got a subcommittee that's meeting to follow up on some work. They're moving in the right direction. By adding another subcommittee to look at all this type of stuff, you're not showing an end to any of this. All you're stating is that we're continuing adding more stuff to people to look at it, so that in the meantime, we're just going to make sure everyone's still wearing the mask and I keep the power and all this other type of stuff. We're working through this. This is the sausage making process. You've been taking a year and a half now. What are we on now? A year and 3 months or something like that? And you're still in the sausage making process? We've already had a number of conversations earlier this morning about people's feelings about what happened last night. Yeah, about you not giving up your power. I think it's helpful that the governor is not dictating and mandating those decisions in advance, but yet you're not giving up your power. We are in, and all of a sudden I just can't pronounce it. The process of engagement. We hope to let folks know more about our next steps very shortly. The governor reiterated the efficiency and importance of wearing masks, despite the mass rollout of vaccines nationwide and plummeting transmission rates for the virus. Despite everything looking good, I still need to maintain my power, and we still need to wear masks and all this other type of stuff because I don't want to give up power. And we need the fear to keep the people in order, to keep them from doing other things. Newsom's flip-flopping on COVID restrictions and his unwillingness to forfeit his pandemic emergency authority comes as a recall movement to remove him as governor has gained widespread support from over 1 million petitioners. The effort was largely inspired by Newsom's coronavirus policies, which have included some of the strictest lockdown measures in the U.S. So this is what kind of confuses me. You got some of the strictest lockdown measures in the U.S., and yet other states are opening up and looking fine, and you're not. It just makes me wonder. No, are they looking out? They're not looking out for the people. They just want more power. And we need to be more careful about these type people, because they're taking our freedom. And we're okay with it because it's some sort of pandemic. And then we're shocked when they don't give it up. I mean, these reporters are shocked that they're not doing it. No, backtracking and all that. They should have known better. Give a person power, last thing they do is give it up. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you next video.